Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Juan Solo here with ASQD Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for some more Vigor. So in today's video, we're actually going to be going over everything that we know about Vigor up until this point. And real quick, later on today, we are going to be seeing a live stream from the developers of Bohemia Interactive. The first time they're actually doing a live stream of Vigor over at twitch.tv/Vigor the game. Make sure you guys want to check that out. We're probably going to get some new information, some new gameplay, some all sorts of new, some cool new specifics of the game and stuff. But in today's video, I kind of want to break things down, go over everything we know about the game, the possible release date, how this game is going to launch with being that it's on the Xbox Game Preview, and coming down the road when it's actually going to be released, as well as all the information surrounding the game, how it's going to play, how it's kind of modeled, the characters and stuff, as well as the setting and the time period and everything of this game. So the first thing I want to throw out there real quick, I know in my last video that I talked about Vigor, I kind of compared this game to Escape from Tarkov, and I kind of got a few comments in the comment section that were kind of negative towards the fact that Escape from Tarkov is completely different, and yes, it is. So I kind of want to explain exactly what Vigor is really briefly, kind of a generic version of how this game is going to play for those of you guys that do not know what this game is yet. And Vigor is basically a instance-based survival shooter. So what that means is you're going to get a bunch of loot on your character, or whatever loot that you have. You're going to go into these individual raids on these smaller open world maps. It's not like a giant open world map like DayZ. They're smaller maps, but you're going to go in with whatever gear you have, and you're going to try to collect as much resources, as many other weapons, all sorts of stuff to kind of help you survive in the open world. But you're going to want to loot as much stuff as you can and then get out of the raid alive, because when you go into these raids, there's going to be multiple extraction points that once you feel that you have enough gear and you don't want to risk being, shot by another player, you're going to want to go to that extraction point and try to get out of the raid alive. And that being said, there are going to be 12 to 16 other real players that you could run across in the open world in these individual raids, and you can kill them, take all of their loot, and try to get out of the map. But you guys do need to know, if they kill you, everything that is on your character, everything that you brought into the raid from your base, along with everything that you've looted while you were in that raid, is gone. You're not going to get it back, and then it's going to be up to everyone else in the raid, if they kill you or find your body, to loot whatever they can loot off of it and get out of the map with your stuff. So that's kind of how the game is going to play. Just a kind of quick rundown for those of you guys that have never played Escape from Tarkov and don't know what an instance-based survival shooter is. So moving right along, we're going to kind of talk about a few things with the setting, the time period, the locations and stuff that are going to be in Vigor. So where this game is actually going to take place is in Scandinavia, Norway in 1991. So what basically happened is there was a nuclear war that pretty much wiped out all of Europe. So Europe is gone. It's just complete ruins. And Norway, which was once a safe haven, has kind of transformed into a cutthroat land of survival where only the ruthless or the cunning, survive, and you're kind of go in there as sort of like a mercenary, I guess you could say, an outlander, so to speak, and you're going to go in here and you're going to be doing these raids, try to soup up your base, and we'll get to that here in a sec. But it's basically, it's very similar to Escape from Tarkov. I don't want to keep using that as a crutch, but it is. It's a third person, and you can obviously go first person when you are aiming down sights. Lots of different weather effects, lots of cool features and stuff, and this game is going to be coming to Xbox Game Early Access on the Game Preview. But that's pretty much for the setting. I just kind of want to throw that out there first, because you guys, for those of you guys want to know where the game takes place, what exactly is the way it's going to work and stuff. So with this game, basically the concept of it is to go into these raids, survive, get a bunch of resources and stuff to kind of get your base where you want it, improve with the skill system and stuff. There is going to be a leveling system where you're going to be able to unlock different skills, cool features and stuff like that, and try to become the greatest outlander in Norway. That's kind of the premises of the game and stuff like that. So the first thing that I want to talk about is actually over on the frequently asked questions page of Vigor, is this game is going to actually come to the Xbox Game Preview sometime this summer. We don't exactly have an actual date on when that is going to happen, but hopefully we'll get some more information with the live stream coming up here very, very soon. But then the big thing that you guys need to know is it will be sort of, you have to kind of apply for access to this early game preview, but it is going to be released in February of 2019, and it is going to be a free-to-play game. You're not going to have to pay for it. You're going to be able to go right onto the Xbox store, download the game, and play it with your friends and stuff. They did say that there are going to be co-op and then also like multiplayer and stuff that's going to be, you know, squads and that kind of thing moving forward, you know, down the road. But they didn't really want to give any information on that quite yet because the game is still kind of, it's not exactly in early development, but we're going to be getting it on game preview. That way the devs can get more information from us, give feedback, improve the game so that when it comes out for free to play on February of 2019, it's going to be a lot further along in development, I guess you could say, than right at the start at the game preview. So expect some bugs, expect some server crashes, expect some lag, that kind of thing right when it comes to game preview, I would think, just because it's the way the game is based and stuff. And then they did state that the game is coming to, like I said, Xbox Game Preview, which allows the developers to gather individual feedback from the community, which is very important because they want to make Vigor the best it can be. And then they do understand and appreciate the benefits that come with the community feedback, which is huge. Most of these PC games, even Escape from Tarkov, is still in early access, like beta. You know, DayZ has been in early access for 5 years. They've gotten a lot of feedback. It's a great game, but being that they've dragged it out for so long, you know, but a lot of these games nowadays that go into these early access, whether it's on game preview on Xbox or early access on Steam or whatnot, all of these games only get better with community feedback. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a large amount of people that want to play Vigor, just because it's probably going to be the only, you know, instance-based survival shooter coming to console. And I know there was a lot of people talking about Escape from Tarkov, and they were upset, you know, they were kind of upset to not see it be coming to console, but for Escape from Tarkov to run as good as it does on PC, to run that on console would be almost impossible with the way the game works. But, you know, overall, you know, I'm glad to see an instance-based survival shooter coming to Xbox, and I think those of you guys out there that like shooter games are really going to enjoy this game because it adds that survival aspect of it to something that you guys maybe have not experienced yet on console. And then also a real quick thing here is people wanted to know, how does the Xbox Game Preview work, with how it's going to work with Vigor. So there are going to be 2 ways to get involved with the Game Preview. The first is a limited time access that allows you to play the game for 2 hours as opposed to the usual 1. And the second is through the purchase of the Founders Pack, which guarantees unlimited access to the game as well as exclusive rewards. So personally, I do not know how to get access to the Founders Pack yet. I haven't really dug a whole lot into things. When I find that out, guys, I will definitely get you guys that information. So with that being said, you know, the Founders Pack, it costs money, but you're going to get unlimited access to this early access game preview. So all the way up until the game actually launches for free in 2019, you can play it as much as you want. You can play against other players as much as you want. This is a way to help them fund development and make the game better. So for those of you out there that are going to be hating that, oh, you know, this game is going to be free to play eventually, but why am I going to pay for it now with the Founders Pack? That's how early access games work. It helps them fund the game. It helps them get more resources to make the game better. If you guys are into games like this, you know, this game could have been up on Kickstarter, and there's other games that come up on Kickstarter and stuff. It's just a way that you guys can kind of show your appreciation and support the game for what it is. I know that once I find out how to get the Founders Pack, that's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be picking up, just because I want unlimited access to this game. I loved Escape from Tarkov, and I would love to play this game on console with all of you guys and stuff. So, and then it says, one of the things that you can actually expect with the Founders Pack, and like I said, it will grant you unlimited access to the game for the summer onwards. So whenever it actually goes live, pretty much you can play it as much as you want all the way up until the game comes out in February of 2019. And then it also will come with exclusive rewards and visual customizations that they have yet to announce, but they have also yet to announce the price of the pack. So we don't really have any details on what these visual customizations and stuff are going to be. So that also ties in with, there's going to be a decent amount of character customization with different clothing, different weapons, different, you know, all sorts of different things to customize your character, which is cool because, you know, being a third-person shooter, you get to see your character all the time. It is kind of cool to see, you know, the developers, you know, making it so you can kind of dress how you want, find different stuff out in the open world, find stuff through this special, you know, system that they're going to have here with the visual customizations and stuff. And then the big question that a lot of people had, will Vigor be on PC or PS4? And the answer is no. VIGOR is going to be an Xbox One exclusive, and then they wanted to focus our development to provide the best possible experience for the players. And then with Xbox Game Preview, it allows them to do that while developing a game for console. And they also want to build a strong community and let the players help shape and improve the game before its full release. So for those of you guys out there that are on PC, there are plenty of other games, including Escape from Tarkov, that are going to play this instance-based shooter along with a bunch of other survival shooters out there. So you don't really have to worry about, if you wanted to get this on PC. It would be pretty cool to have it on PC, but for those of you guys on PS4, I apologize to inform you that this game is not going to be coming to you. So you're either going to have to pick this up on Xbox, or you're going to have to go play some of the survival games and stuff, obviously on your PS4 or PC. But overall, that is most of the information that we know so far, other than, like, for instance, I was going to touch base on the Hideout. So you're actually going to have an offline base. It's going to be a little kind of log cabin in the woods that's going to have a shooting range attached to it. So you're going to be able to take all the guns and stuff that you find in the open world, go in there and practice with your guns so you can kind of learn how they're going to work, how the ranges work, how the recoil pattern stuff works with unlimited ammo. So you're going to kind of be able to feel out a weapon, practice with it a lot, and it's going to become something that you're very, very familiar with. And when you go into these raids and you come across other players, you're going to feel more comfortable shooting your weapon, which is really, really cool. But also with that, when you go into these open world raids and you're going to be collecting resources and all sorts of different stuff to improve your base, one of the cool things is the crafting in this game. There's so much crafting with this game, but the thing is you got to find blueprints to craft. Like, for instance, if you want to craft some really cool weapons, you're going to have to find multiple blueprints and put all of those blueprints together to craft a certain weapon. So for instance, you might find the the buttstock blueprint for an AK-47, but you're going to need to find all of the other blueprints for that gun for you to be able to craft it, as well as you're going to need the parts and stuff to craft it. So there's going to be some grinding involved, which I'm totally for. That only extends the life of the game. And one of the cool things is there's actually a supply drop system in this game, similar to, I would say, PUBG. So when you're in these raids, there is going to be a supply crate that drops onto the map at some point. You can either wait around for it and try to loot it and try not to die, or ambush other players that are trying to loot the crate. But it has the best gear. You're guaranteed to have at least one blueprint for a weapon in that crate, as well as the possibility of some rare weapons, some rare gear, some cool stuff with ammo and whatnot for your obviously to be able to survive. You're going to need all that stuff, but that's where the cat and mouse game is really going to start. If there's nobody left in the raid and you have a free supply drop, maybe there's 4 or 5 different guys that are just kind of hiding somewhere waiting for that first guy to go up and loot it, and then they're going to kill you, and then everybody's going to kind of start playing cat and mouse around this supply drop. So it's really going to add to the gameplay, and I really am looking forward to seeing out how this game exactly, everything with this game plays out. But overall, guys, that is pretty much all the information that we have so far about VIGOR. Make sure to stay tuned to the channel, because I'm going to be covering this game quite in-depthly, because it's just one of those games that I really feel is going to be something really cool to play on console, just because there's not really anything out there on console currently that plays anything like this. And I think for those of you guys that have never played Escape from Tarkov and you're kind of new to the survival shooter, like the instance-based survival shooter, these games are fun. I just hope that the development team over at Bohemia really listens to the community, optimizes this game so we're not going to have any lag when we're playing in these other servers and stuff with these other players. But overall, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, you guys found it helpful, you guys are excited for the launch of VIGOR some point later this summer. Like I said, as soon as we find out the release date, I will let you guys know. But if you guys are excited about all that, make sure to drop a like on the video. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all things with VIGOR, State of Decay 2, and many other survival shooters that are going to be on the channel moving forward. But that is all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.